Waiting for peeps. Waiting for peeps. Hello. Hello, hello. Just give me a second here. I didn't expect somebody to respond to my Twitter DM. I don't give a shit about Fortnite. How's the album coming along? It's finished aside from something called sequencing.
Have fun, son. All right.
So the sequencing is basically the way the tracks are laid out and the space between each track. And I gave some notes to the mastering guy on how to make it better because there was something wrong with it.
There he is.
Oh, thank you, Carlos. Haven't seen you in a while. Do you want to link me this, Scott Sullivan TV? This interview about the lighthouse, and they asked him about Beyonce.
That's a lot of money.
Ew, I love your vids. Just wanted to ask what flavor you using.
This is mint. It's also the lower percentage of nicotine.
Hi, I'm Alex from Enemy, and today we're with the star of The Lighthouse, the one and only Robert Pattinson.
Oh no, it's even in the title. Beyonce's in the title! Fuck, I'll pull this up on the... This will be a good reaction. I'll pull this up on the other computer.
Thank you very much.
Hello. It's even in the title. It's even in the title. Beyonce's in the title. It's gonna ask him about Beyonce, and it's an interview for the Lighthouse.
much. So
340, you say?
You did some horrible stuff in the name of method.
Yeah, you've always got to avoid doing that.
Yeah. I found this quite mad picture of you with Beyonce and death grips on the internet.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you could tell me and the enemy readers how that came about.
I did a song with Death Grips.
Yeah. I did think
I was a massive fan of theirs. I still am a massive fan of theirs, and friends of mine. And but I randomly, they were sitting next to me in a restaurant once, like probably 6 years ago, maybe, and maybe even longer than that. God. And I was like, I loved that first album they released, Ex-Military. And I was just I was like, is that Death Grip sitting next to me? And then ended up talking to them, and they're so cool. And we spent, I think we went to that. That might have been the night I recorded the guitar for that song, maybe.
Does he even talk about Beyonce?
Uber, back like in the backstage bit.
Where was it?
At Beyonce's gig.
But where?
In LA.
Oh, okay.
And Beyonce's assistant was like, "Oh, do you want to have a picture with Beyonce?" Because she thought I was trying to take a picture.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, that's with Death Grips afterwards, and I was like, "Do you guys want to take a picture of Beyonce?" And they almost released that as their album cover.
Oh, that's so funny. He didn't even want a picture with Beyonce. He wanted a picture with Death Grips, but they just assumed because she's Beyonce that he wanted a picture with her. That's so funny. That's really funny. That speaks volumes. So Derek Savage posted a video, and then quickly deleted it, and then uploaded another one. And since I download every video Derek Savage publishes as soon as he makes them, I noticed that the new upload was a minute and a half shorter. So I'm gonna see what the difference is. Just by using audio. Actually, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna fix his audio. We're gonna fix his audio before I go even further. Let's see what I can do here. Dual mono. Wow. Reverse stereo?
Films, and we
No. Yeah, dual mono maybe. Yeah.
or see, and we got some.
Okay, and then how do I fix this? His audio is always so stupid.
Something really cool for you today.
There we go. It's in like both ears now. But how come I don't see it here is the question. Is it, did he like try to fix his audio? Is that kind of what happened? Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Project, and that's cool.
It's just like in the left ear. So yeah, I'm going to change this one to dual mono. Anyway.
Cool cat fights coronavirus. That's right.
Why is this so stupid?
Hey,
Maybe I can, I just don't know what he does wrong with his audio. No, not pan. Where's that option? There we are.
hello everyone, and that's our new project, and that's Cool Cat Fights. Cool Cat project, and that's cool.
Why is it still in the left ear?
Cat fights coronavirus. That's what. Right. And what we got today is a casting notice for someone to possibly be in the possibly be in the project. I have a really good part. It's a good small little part. It's a TV.
Okay, and then
Someone.
why is it? I don't understand. Like, I've just made it so that each of these audio tracks individually
Coronavirus.
are fine. And then when I have both of them together again, it's just only in the left. What does he do? What does he do to his audio to make it so fucky?
And what we got today is a
Whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with it in the left ear, I guess.
casting notice for someone to possibly be in the project. I have a really good part. It's a good small little part. It's a TV reporter part. Just a few lines, and I'll tell you about it in a second. But first, it's going to take a look at the cover. And here she is. Cool Cat fights coronavirus. All right. And in the Cool Cat fights coronavirus.
Okay, so that just trimmed out a bit of nothing, which is weird.
Fights coronavirus. All right.
So that was just dead air that he trimmed out there.
All right. And in the Cool Cat fight.
Okay, there's more.
And in the Cool Cat fights coronavirus, Dirty Dog, this is his introduction to actually be in his first time to be.
Why would it? I don't understand why he took anything out of this. Is this what he cut out? And now it's back. So this is what he cut out. This is what's missing from his newest upload. He just literally deleted the previous upload, and so this is the section that's missing. And I'm hoping he didn't remove that person from like the film. Maybe I made a mistake by following them on Twitter. This is what happened. Like, okay, so the 420 awards. 420 awards, he gets that guy. Let's look at this. He gets this guy. 420 awards, he gets this guy.
Favorite TV show. Our nominees.
And I was like, you know, in the commentary, I was like, that looks like somebody that watches my videos. And then on this guy's Twitter, and Cool Cat was following him on Twitter, he was saying things like, oh, I'm going to react to the YMS thing or whatever. And then I followed him on Twitter. And then I noticed something where it was like, oh, it seems like they had a falling out and like Daddy Derek blocked him. And now I don't know. I'm just speculating here. And so I followed this guy on Twitter. And then now he's re-uploaded the video and cut out the part where he mentions him. Hopefully he didn't get like canned. Hopefully he didn't get like fired or something. That's so weird. Maybe I should check Jimmy Pooper's Twitter and see if there's any updates. I don't know this guy, you know, but
Have fun, son.
it's really weird that Derek would just like cut out the part where he mentions him. Because if you all remember, that's exactly what Derek did with the gun self-defense video. Is like he had the the part in his Indiegogo campaign that said that I would be in the movie that he used to raise money. He advertised to my fans saying that I would be in it, and he raised money doing that. And then he re-uploaded the same video and cut out the part where he mentioned me. Because I made my Cool Cat Learns Fair Use video. Cool Cat is following him? Okay. Maybe I haven't unintentionally ruined their relationship. He uploaded that he deleted the video within a day of posting it, and then cut out the part where he was talking about Jimmy Pooper or whatever. Maybe he was cutting out the part because he doesn't need music anymore, but that's really weird. Is he just gonna like delete the casting part of the video once he gets somebody to play the school teacher? This is a real suspicious moment. By the way, if anybody can help me out, like, I feel like I shouldn't be the only person watching the Cool Cat channel with notifications turned on and downloading a video as soon as it gets published. I think somebody else should be helping me out with this. Fanboy, if you want to turn on notifications for the Cool Cat channel and download a video every time it gets published, because he deletes videos all the time. And I think that, like, this is an important part of history, right? Someday a documentary is going to be made, and there needs to be footage for the documentary. He might delete everything, you never know.
All right. And in the Cool Cat fights coronavirus.
All right. So that's what he cut out. I'm confused, but that is a real suspicious. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna start any editing tonight. It's pretty late. That's why this is listed as just chatting. Been watching a lot of Film Fest movies. Got a few left. Oh! I also found out today that I got approved for press accreditation for TIFF, which is dope. Very excited. There's 3 movies that I wanted to see that are actually not on the press schedule. So I'll have to be buying regular tickets for 3 of those films. Those being Bruised, Ammonite, and The Father. Otherwise, it looks like I can see everything for free just being press, which is dope. Really cool. Karsten, everybody, I think every YouTuber got rejected from TIFF except me. I talked to Amanda, she got rejected too. And this is my first year applying for press, so that's pretty cool. But to be fair, I've also had like the most viewed TIFF reviews on YouTube for the past like 8 years or something, right? So I definitely bring a lot of attention and positive promotion to the festival, even though I've never applied before. So that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I was sad for Amanda because she was approved previous years too. But it seems like they limited the amount of press that could be for approved for TIFF. Seems like it's a really limited festival this year. Obviously, coronavirus and shit. Like even the film selection is pretty limited. I sent a cover letter to VIF. Hopefully, I get approved for that too. What am I planning on watching at TIFF? Should I just read off this whole fucking list? Fireball, Visions from Darker Worlds, Shiva Baby, Enemies of the State, Bruised, Ammonite, Memory House, Nomadland, Penguin Bloom, Another Round, Shadow in the Cloud, Downstream to Kanasha, Concrete Cowboy, maybe, Summer of 85, The Father, 76 Days, maybe, New Order, The New Corporation, Pieces of a Woman, might see David Byrne's American Utopia. I want to see Falling, Violation, 180 Degree Rule, maybe 40 Years a Prisoner, and I want to see True Mothers and the Truffle Hunters. So hopefully you got all that. I don't know what kind of answer you were expecting from that kind of question. But what else could I do other than just list them off like that? Oh yeah, other news. I haven't streamed in a while. I felt like just streaming again because I missed you guys. I was like streaming for pretty consistently doing editing shit, and then the film festival came up and I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta pause editing for now. Other news, the Feels Good Man Pepe documentary official Instagram account posted my review on their page, which was pretty cool. And they quoted my review saying, my favorite film of the year, which is pretty cool. But also, I realized that this is a pretty small movie. So I don't even know who's distributing it. And obviously the distribution got like botched because of COVID. But you know, that's pretty cool. And the on the Instagram post, the person that did the sound design commented and was very happy that somebody noticed the sound design in the movie, and it said it made them feel good things. So that's really good. I like that. It feels good, man. Feels good to promote smaller film. And I didn't even remember how small the movie was, because to me, I'm watching it and it's like super professional. It's very well made, and it's like, sure, it's internet culture, but you'd think that a decent amount of people would be interested in it. This is one of those movies that like it almost feels like it being more of a digital release than a theatrical release might not even be that big of a deal, considering a lot of people that want to watch it are going to be people that are internet people, right? So I think digital releases are probably where it's going. It was probably going to make the bulk of its money through digital releases, even if it got a regular theatrical release. But that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's the director's like first film, which is fucking crazy, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, they were following me on Twitter too, so I followed them back and I sent them a DM. And I guess I'll find out who operates the Twitter account out of curiosity. But that's pretty cool. I like recommending good movies to people and smaller movies to people, and being able to signal boost. I like that I have this kind of reach and I guess credibility that people are interested in seeing things I recommend.
We're getting a new Charlie Kaufman movie in 8 days. I'm super pumped.
I can't get over how she can't pronounce I'm with correct spelling. And I also love how she pronounced Kaufman. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize how I forgot that this movie actually isn't like super big, so like although it's pretty cool to be like, oh yeah, the official Instagram posted my video. It's not like that's happening for like huge movies or anything. I forgot that this is a small movie. I really forgot. So like if we go to, yeah, official trailer my video has more views than the official trailer. So it's probably not that out of the question that the filmmakers would appreciate that kind of signal boost, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. My video literally has more views than the official trailer. So I guess it makes sense. The hype behind Tenet is that it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and I already see people in the subreddit saying that they've seen it and that the sound mixing is fucking bad. And then I'm just like actually upset at that because everybody has been complaining about the sound mixing in Christopher Nolan movies since The Dark Knight Rises, at least. Everybody has been saying that very loudly, and for him to keep releasing films where the soundtrack is louder than people's voices and you can't understand what they say, despite how cool the practical effects might be, sound is pretty fucking important, and that's kind of offensive that he could release another... I haven't seen it yet myself, but for people to be saying that again, that's kind of offensive that, like, if you have any kind of... If your finger's on the pulse of the internet or criticism of your film in general, you should know that the sound mixing has been fucking awful for your past, like, 3 or 4 movies. So why do you keep doing that? Who's in charge? Who do you keep hiring? That's annoying. Ugh. I do like that I can start a stream at fucking midnight, past midnight, and get like 160 viewers now. I think the highlights channel has been helping out a good amount. Oh, fuck. There was a highlights channel video that was sent to me, and I was going to watch over it before it was published. Shit, I forgot. Fuck. I'll have to do that later. Maybe I can do that before I go to bed. Yeah, so I've signed up for... I've got press accreditation for Fantasia, which I'm doing right now. So far at Fantasia, I've seen both my favorite movie of the year and my least favorite movie of the year. Some other good and interesting ones. I was actually surprised with how many Fantasia Fest movies I've enjoyed, because I've always thought I only caught their festival once, and I only watched 2 films because I was just in town with my brother anyway, because he lives in Montreal. Hey, I'm wearing the Fantasia Festival shirt. Nice. Didn't even notice. Yeah, Private Chat was awesome. Surprisingly good. And Patrick was also really good. And Shakespeare Shitstorm, the new Lloyd Kaufman film from Troma, director of Poultrygeist, I'll be able to watch on Saturday, which will be awesome. Very much looking forward to a new Lloyd Kaufman movie. They actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted a screener, but I said no, I don't need one because I I got press for Fantasia Fest. So that's cool that they remembered me from. They just responded to the email chain back from when I interviewed Lloyd Kaufman at RTX. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I said I didn't need one because I'll just be able to see it anyway. I don't know. You know, like it's pretty. It's. I don't really look at myself as being like a big guy or anything. I just feel so appreciative of these opportunities that I get. And like I passed 1 million subscribers back in March, I think. And now I'm at 1,000,000. Let's see, 1,048,000. 48,000 subscribers is a fucking lot. I think people that get to this amount can forget that even like the fractions past 1 million subscribers are really significant. Like that's a lot. 48,000 subscribers is a lot. I'm at 1,048,000, and it's part of what fucking sucks about like having any kind of accomplishments on life, especially publicly, is that, or maybe it only sucks for me because I'm so self-conscious about this sort of thing, is that I feel like it's difficult to communicate any form of like being proud of myself at all without immediately thinking that I would be coming off as like really pompous or really like kind of narcissistic or like I fucking think I'm the greatest shit to ever walk the earth sort of thing, right? But then it's like, okay, well then how am I able to feel accomplished or proud of myself for anything without coming across that way or feeling as though I'm coming across that way, you know? It's a little difficult. It's a little challenging. And there's very few things that I would say that I'm like actually proud of, really, but yeah, my Kimba video is one of them for sure. And I don't know, like sure, the feels good man shout out. Sure. They've only got like less than 300 followers on Instagram. And they're a small movie, I guess. But it feels really cool to know that like there are people in the industry that, you know, if I say something and I say the sound design was really great, that they appreciate what I've said. And maybe it might just be self-serving for them in a way. Like they might feel the exact same way about a person with 1 subscriber. I don't know. They didn't republish anybody with no subscribers, but it is cool to know that I have like some sort of influence, and that if I recommend something that people can get like excited about it. They have almost 7,000. Okay, maybe I didn't read the number correctly. I don't know how the fuck to use Instagram. If you go to my Instagram account, I have 2 posts because I never use that shit. It took me fucking forever to find their post and add it to my story, is what it's called. I don't understand Instagram at all. It seems like a less versatile, less useful version of Twitter. It's like Twitter, but you can do less with it, which is just really annoying. I have an Instagram, and the only reason I have an Instagram is because I had to create an Instagram in order to send a report to Instagram that somebody was impersonating me on Instagram. So that's the only reason I have an Instagram, is because I had to create an account to send a report that someone was impersonating me and plugging their own shit using my material, which was annoying. It's a lot calmer than Twitter. Yeah, I'll tell you this much. Over the past week, normie Twitter has been more dramatic than furry Twitter, which is a lot. I went to because I have different accounts, right? And then I went to my furry Twitter account and I scrolled through. I was like, this is actually kind of fucking peaceful. And then I went back to my normie Twitter account. I'm like, everybody's fucking stressing me out. It's like unironically, normie Twitter is more dramatic than furry Twitter right now. And it's just so stressful. I can't deal with this shit. I don't like drama. I don't like drama at all. I really try to steer clear of it. And it's so weird that I've been like almost kind of like placed into drama just by showing up on like a trans charity stream. Now, like people, it's not that bad. I'm not going to try to over exaggerate it, and I'm not going to try to milk it like I know some people would, but like, fucking God, like, is that like newsworthy showing up on like a trans charity stream? Like, it wasn't really about socialism or killing cops. It's not really what it was about. Nobody said anything about killing cops. I don't like drama. I really don't. I just like my only goals and focus are just like trying to express myself and create art and get to a better place and like, you know, improve my life. And then just people, everybody is just so stressful. You have no idea. I mean, you probably have an idea, but everybody's so stressful.
Have fun, son. All right.
And it's a weird position also, because like I feel like I have to remind myself that I'm like a big YouTuber, that I'm like kind of like an authority figure in some ways, or like an influencer. I keep having to remind myself of that. There's a lot of people that I've met where I can fucking tell, like, it's gotten to their head. It's definitely gotten to their head. There are some people that like got too famous too fast. Maybe that was why, or maybe there's other reasons why. Maybe it has more to do with like just how they are cognitively, but like there are some people where it's like, holy fuck. I don't know if you'd be this big of a narcissist if you weren't like this big of a YouTuber. Drop a name? No, because as I said, I don't like drama. No, it's not Donkey. Jesus Christ. Don't fucking throw names out. Come on. That's the fucking problem, too, is like all you people are just like so starved for drama. You like drama. You like seeing other people duking it out emotionally, right? Because you don't have to be a part of it. That's what sucks about being like a big YouTuber, is like people starve for that shit and they want to throw you into these things. And people will like intentionally instigate between other large YouTubers. So there's like some larger YouTubers that it's just like, man, I'm like kind of interested in what they're doing, but I don't want to click the follow button because if they take note of that and they notice me, then that will like I don't want that interaction because I don't want them like I'm hoping that they don't know I exist and never will, sort of thing, so that I don't have to be like a topic of conversation ever in their life, in their public life. Does that make sense? There's weird things you have to consider, but it all comes with it. Engagements are not endorsements. I understand that. I understand that completely, and there's tons of people I'm following on Twitter. A bajillion people I'm following on Twitter that any hardcore lefty could screen cap and be like, Adam's a Nazi or some shit like that, when I'm, obviously not. But I think there's a difference. There's a lot of conservative people that I follow and could have a conversation with and be perfectly fine with that. But there's another group of people that aren't necessarily conservative that I would just consider like really, really fucking toxic people, having nothing to do with their political beliefs, but just how they conduct themselves. And I guess their like emotional maturity or yeah, there's some people who like I see online, I'm like, holy fucking shit, I don't want to be involved with you whatsoever. Because I would just like it would just turn into drama no matter what. If that makes sense. People have tried to cancel me a few times, but whatever. Like, none of it has been substantive because I don't really do anything that, like, is immoral or that I wouldn't stand by. I don't do things that I wouldn't defend. So...
There he is!
Hey Adam, may I show you my collection of AI-generated personas? I think you'll like them.
I'm intrigued. Do you have a link you can post in chat? Oh, you're posting it now? Fuck it. AI-generated personas? Well, that one's not even a fursona. These are creepy. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Oh my god, there's so many. It's a pretty big album. One of them is literally just fucking Zootopia Fox, Nick Wilde. I almost forgot his name for a second. One of them's literally just Nick Wilde. I love the fucking number 47, the speech bubble above his head. That's some fucking ooer shit. If you're confused, there's a subreddit called ooer, OOER, and there's another one called ooer intensifies, and it's just really weird shit the entire time. It's like a aesthetic. Man, I haven't seen the series What We Do in the Shadows. I've seen the show. I mean the movie.
Oh no, it's raining!
Hey, I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
That was in my recommended. All right, I'm gonna make another drink. BRB. Commentary track of the guest. Usually, I don't think I want to watch the commentary track of the guest. All right, BRB.
There he is.
So I had an epiphany. Oh, Melon reviewed Bright Eyes? Okay, cool. I have to watch that because I actually just listened to the album for the first time today. I'll talk about my epiphany later. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I watched his video on stream.
Midwestern
I'm
guy.
assuming. Okay, are we making predictions for this album? I'm predicting this album's getting a 4. I'm predicting this Bright Eyes album is getting like a 4. That's my prediction.
I've given this.
That's more forgiving than I thought it would be. Yeah, I've only listened to it once, so I can't really make like a review on it or anything. But we'll see how it goes. I had an epiphany while listening to it. Because I had gotten familiar with the singles on the album, but not the other tracks. And it kind of makes it so that when you're listening to the album as like a whole piece, that it's not really a genuine through line, because you have familiarity with these tracks that are just placed at random moments in the album. So it's not like you're experiencing everything from start to finish, really, because you have familiarity with singles. And Bright Eyes hasn't released anything in 10 years. And the only other time before an album released where I had listened to a single would be Four Winds with Casadega. And that was track 2 on the album. It was like a strong, like, opening track, right? And so I didn't really feel like the album experience was lessened because I had heard the singles. Whereas this one, I felt like I wasn't really able to get the experience of like going from start to finish on the album and feeling the whole project as like a fresh thing, because I had listened to the singles first, which I liked the singles. And I guess we'll need to see. I guess we'll need to see how I feel about the non-single tracks when I get more familiar with them as well, because now it's like, okay, well, I've only heard everything once except for the singles. So I had a bit of an epiphany considering that. And I think that when I release my album, I'm just going to release the fucking album. Fuck singles. I'll release my music videos a couple days after the album. I'll release the whole album, and then I'll release the music videos after. Because I was thinking, like, oh yeah, I'll just release the music videos first as like kind of an ad for the album. But like, why would I do that? Because like, you're supposed to listen to it from start to finish. You're supposed to listen to it as like a whole piece, like a whole project, right? Like, it's supposed to be from start to finish. And you're kind of ruining that experience by releasing singles of tracks that are just in the album, right? So fuck it. I'm not on a label. I can do whatever I want.
Have fun, son. All right.
I don't know what Christmas Island is. Yeah, and with like, okay, so this is also something that I've noticed. So Bright Eyes has released EPs before every one of their albums, almost every one of their albums. Fuck you, Scott Sullivan TV. I'm going to upload the entire album as one video on YouTube. Fuck you. So Bright Eyes has released EPs with singles on them for the majority of their albums. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check here. If I'm not mistaken, this is like their first in which the singles were all on the album. Yeah, every single fucking single on the EP was on the album. So like every other one, even their one before this, like there were tracks on the EP that didn't make it into the album, which implied that like the EP also existed to be like, okay, here's the tracks. There's like maybe one or two tracks from the album to give you a hint of the album, but also here are some other, maybe one or two other tracks that were maybe going to be a part of the album but didn't make it and they got cut out. That's my impression of like a lot of the EPs that they released. But this is the first EP that they've released for this album where every single track appears on the actual album. And so that was a little surprising. Wow, this album got 81 on Metacritic. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I'll have to listen to it again, really. I can't really say too much about it at the moment. I'll have to give it another listen. I can't properly judge it without listening to it a second time. I'm not going to be out very late. I just kind of wanted to say hi and hang out for a little bit before I went to bed. But yeah, the tracks on the EP I liked a lot more than the rest of the tracks. But we'll see how it happens when, you know, when I listen to the other ones more than once. Yeah, weird. Even Metacritic doesn't like the People's Key that much. I don't dislike the People's Key at all. It's a little different. Casadega. Digital Ash has the worst rating, wow, out of all the real albums. So, like, not including the Christmas album. Why does the Christmas album have such a shit rating? That's really weird. It's like a fucking novelty thing. Come on. Yeah, Christmas album has 64 on Metacritic. Digital Ash and Digital Urn has 66, which is surprising. Lifted has 77, so not even as good as Down in the Weeds, which I think is fucking stupid. Whatever. I'm wide awake. It's morning has 85, which is the highest out of all of them. I think it's unanimously considered to be their best album. And then Nothing Before Lifted is even listed on Metacritic, which is weird. The Grammys literally published a thing on their website. Fevers and Mirrors at 20. So Fevers and Mirrors turned 20 years old, I think, this year. Yeah, May 2020. And they were like looking back on it or whatever. They wrote up this piece on Grammys News or whatever, even though I don't think Bright Eyes has ever won a Grammy. They've been nominated for one. Oh, no, they won for the best recording package, meaning best album art. I believe. Best recording package, Casadega. Which, since we're doing an IRL stream, I can actually show you it, because you can't experience it if you look it up on Google Images. You can't even see what the fucking album looks like. So hold on, I'll show you why it won the Grammy. I had to dig in my fucking closet for this. It was at the very bottom of a fucking pile of shit. So, Casadega, the reason why it won the Grammy for Best Album Package. This doesn't look like anything! But the inside of the album comes with a decoder, which is so you can... Yeah, so you can really see the album artwork. Which is, like, pretty cool.
There he is.
Yeah. So, yeah, it makes sense that they'd win a Grammy. Same thing with the backside of it. I don't know how much I can show here, but yeah. And even on the, like, literally all throughout the inside, too. I don't know. It's difficult to do like this, holding it up to the camera, but... And this is the CD. I'm pretty sure... I wonder if my vinyl has that, too. Because I have, like... I might have the original vinyl. I might have a reissued one. So I don't know if they would do that. Yeah. Spectral decoder, it says. So yeah, that won them a Grammy. They've never won for their music. The Fevers and Mirrors album, if you search it up on Google, you just see a picture of a mirror. But little do you know, Little do you know, it's not just a picture of a mirror. It's an actual mirror. Isn't that fucking cool? I know you can't. The reflection of the CD case might not be giving the full effect. It's an actual mirror. There's my camera. Oh. Trying to show Twitch chat. I'm doing a very terrible. Oh, there we are. There we are. There's Twitch chat. Whoa. So yeah, they've had a few pretty cool album covers. Something that you can't really get from digital releases. You can't possibly get the Fevers and Mirrors album cover from a digital release. You can't possibly get the Casadega album cover from a digital release. Will I ever make an office tour video? What? It's just my fucking bedroom. And you see it whenever I play VR. Just go to my AdumPlaze videos and click on one of the VR videos. You'll see my entire fucking office. It's literally just my bedroom. Right there is my bed. It's like behind a TV right there. Will you be able to purchase my album physically? That's the goal. I'm going to do digital release first. And then work on getting a vinyl out. I don't know how soon, but I'll do it. Have you seen my album artwork? It's pretty cool. I've showed it before on stream, but... Boop. This is the album art right here. From Lovisa Morin, which I think is pretty cool. So it goes, it's like a visual kind of like thematic, consistency with, the Anything music video where like the keys are sort of like showing different parts of something. Oh, thank you, fanboy. And so this is just the this is like the raw image. So it's probably wider than it's going to be. I'm probably going to crop it a bit, just so these keys don't stick out as much. That was the intention. As you can see, there's like a bit of the edge here. You can't see because they don't. As you can see, there's a bit of the edge here. So I'm probably going to crop it for the release. Yeah, there's piano. There's the larger image of a skull. If you can see the skull. Eyeball, cheekbone, cranium, spool of thread, some ravens, an unkindness of ravens, a moon, guitar, grassy field, alcohol, drugs, straw and or pen that has been hollowed out to snort drugs, alcohol, eyeball, ice, and planet in space. I think it works. I think it's great. And then there's another version with text on it. I don't know if I'm going to use that, though. So yeah, there's text here. I don't think I'm going to go with the text one. What's the name of the album? Well, the text will show you. It's called 10 Years. It's about 10 years. Is it drawn images or photos? It's a painting. This is all, I think, acrylic paint. Well, I didn't. How long did the album take me to make? I didn't make the art. Well, there was a back and forth conversation about the art and what it should be. So I am partially responsible for what it turned out to be, but I did not paint it. Well, that's cool that you thought it was photos. That's actually cool. The album, from starting the recording process to it being finished, is 4 years and 3 months. However, I don't want to sell it as something to say that I've been working, that it's like an album that took 4 years to make, even though technically that's true. You have to remember that I'm working on YouTube full time. And so the album has been recorded and produced over the course of 4 years. But that's not to say that I spent 4 years on the album. Been working on it here and there over the course of 4 years, really. Yeah, the demo is 10 years old, and it actually works out pretty nicely because the album title's 10 years, and this is coming out 10 years after the demo. Even though I was expecting this album to be out in 2017, when I started recording it, I was expecting it to be out a year after I started, but that just didn't happen. There's no hidden tracks. I hate hidden tracks. They're stupid. Yeah, I'll plan on releasing another album down the line for sure. I've got other songs that I've written that I haven't recorded. I would like to also redo Fragments. Fragments is not going to be on this album. I attempted it. It didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. I didn't think it was good enough to justify it being re-recorded, so I'm going to try it again later. I wouldn't call it a remaster. That's not really what it would be. I would like to completely re-record Fragments. No, I didn't try to fix it. I just tried to perform it. Yeah. I don't think it would be a bad idea to record Fragments with like better equipment. And yeah, like if I'm working with like a producer or something down the line, that'll be better. Long Day's Journey into Tonight. I don't remember if I've seen that or not.
poor little pussy.
There's a Where do I recommend listening first? The only material that's publicly available online at the moment is just my demo from 2010. So, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. The song that is the most successful is called Fragments, which Blondie covered on their latest album, which is pretty cool. Oh my god! Hold on. I love going through the Kimba comments every once. That's like the Kimba video is like the only video that I'm like routinely checking comments on that I didn't publish right away. Oh no. Oh no! It's true. Okay, somebody posted a comment saying that saying that the all-time movies YouTube channel responsible for the Simba? Suspicious. They deleted their video, and that must have been recent. That must have been within the past week. They removed their Kimba Lion King video. Not like that was my goal or anything, but that's kind of funny. I mean, it's a company, not an individual. I don't really feel too bad about it.
Suspicious.
But the suspicious clip exists on its own. Somebody posted that just for the meme.
Suspicious.
Oh my god. They literally just removed their video. Wow. It's not my goal. It's not my goal. Did I ever deal with that imposter using my band name? Well, I sent them an email. And they said that they didn't even... They created their band name and then searched it up and then thought that I was inactive and not making shit, which is just fucking stupid. And so I contacted... It's a whole fucking complicated, stupid mess. So the distribution platform that they use to upload their material, they have 2 band names already registered. If they were to create a third, it would cost them X amount more dollars per month just to add a third band name, and they're locked into the 2 that they already have, and the website won't let them change them. However, there is a email through YouTube that I was able to contact to request that their music gets separated from mine on the artist's automatically generated sort of YouTube thing. And I'm still waiting back, honestly. They're taking a while. They've actually responded back to me without me even asking, saying like, hey, sorry, it's been taking a while, COVID, blah, 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 which is nice. But yeah, so it's still a nuisance with the auto-generated YouTube music topic thing. And since I found out about it, the auto-generated thing has automatically changed its fucking channel profile to the stupid fucking profile image of this other band that I don't like, which is really annoying, but whatever. So, not much I can do about it except wait. Doesn't seem like it'll be fixed before my album's out, but whatever. part of the reason why I like going through the comments on my Kimba video is because it's popular enough that you get fucking normies. So, and when I say normies, I mean like like you don't want to know that they exist, and then you are reminded they exist, and it's just depressing sort of thing. So like if I look at a tweet from like H3 Productions or something, and I scroll through their replies, I'm like, holy fucking Christ, I don't often appreciate just how awesome my audience is. Like when I get replies to my Twitter, it seems like they're normal people. Not normies, ironically. It seems like they're like people. Does that make sense? It seems like I could communicate with them on some sort of intellectual level and have some sort of understanding or conversation about something, and not just be like completely misfiring in terms of like communication and brain signals. Whereas like I look at like so many other popular YouTubers and I scroll through the replies to their tweets or their comments on their videos, I'm like, holy fucking Christ. Like you're not even like real people. Like you just seem so dumb. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense to anybody? Where it's like, it doesn't seem like they're replying because they have a genuine interest in the person. It seems like they're replying because they're popular. And that they're like fishing for attention. And that's not to say that everybody from H3's audience is that. And that's not to say that everybody from every popular YouTuber's audience is that. But there's so many of them. There's so many of them. And I understand that I'm a popular YouTuber. I'm not the most. But I think there's a certain threshold. I think there's a certain level that people get to where, like, if they're too household of a name, they get a bunch of dumb fucks as part of their audience. And I'm so glad that I don't have that, if not just as much of that. Like K-pop stans? Yeah, maybe. I've never scrolled through any K-pop shit. But like, man, holy fuck. Like, I get some dramatic people responding to my shit sometimes, but like, yeah, if you like scroll through the tweet replies on somebody that like is way bigger than me, it's like concerning. There's like no brain cells there. I've built up my audience over the course of like 10 fucking years, and although it's a bit of like a slog, although there's a bit of like, oh man, why couldn't I have blown up so super fast like all these other people, right? Like, it's been a slow climb for me. But at the same time, I feel like my audience has been curated and weeded out in an appropriate way because of that. I feel like the majority of people following me are like actually interested in me or like actually passionate about what I do. Whereas there's a lot of other YouTubers where a good chunk of their audience is like, it's almost like flipping through cable, you know? Like, CNN gets millions of viewers. How many people do you think love CNN? You know what I mean? Where it's like, at what point are people watching something because, like, that is what to watch? I think there's a certain threshold that's hit. I think that there's a certain amount. Like, you can't be that famous on YouTube and still have the majority of your audience, like, actually consciously interested in what you're doing and consciously a fan of what you're doing. There has to be a certain amount of people that are just doing it because it's like they can have conversations with their friends about it or something. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody else on the platform, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of dumb fucks in a lot of people's audiences. Not to say that I don't have any stupid people in my audience. I would never make that claim. I'm not that pompous. But I feel very fucking fortunate. I feel very, very happy with my audience. I don't feel like I have a shitty audience at all. I feel like I have a really good audience. But yeah, every once in a while, I go through these Kimba comments, and there's people on here, because this video is now a part of like mainstream conversation, because this video is like transcended my audience. You see people on here that are just so funny. Of course you'd take Disney's side if you only did a superficial analysis like this to confirm your narrative. These are the fun comments. But then a lot of people reply to them too. There's a lot of people in this comment section that are just like so eager to respond. I'm glad that this is like a part of like debate, because now after my video, like, you can say that The Lion King ripped off Kimba, but now you'll actually be met with like some actual criticism. Now you'll actually be met with people saying like, no, that's not true, and here's why. Which was not a thing before. You see these archived Reddit threads from like less than a year ago of people posting those like side-by-side comparison videos, and literally every fucking comment in the thread is just like, oh my god, I didn't know they ripped it off so bad. Nobody fucking watched the show. That's insane. This Kimba conspiracy is like one of the craziest fucking things. It really is. I feel like I stumbled onto a gigantic conspiracy with this.
White Lion. This movie, which is based off a manga series by Osamu Tezuka.
Osamu Tezuka. You should watch the 2-hour video again. It's a good video. Anyway, that's one of few things I'm proud of. And it's my first video to hit 100,000 likes. Anyway, it's coming up to 2 a.m. Just wanted to drop in and have a little short stream and say hi. I might be streaming tomorrow. There's a few on-demand films from Fantasia I have yet to get to, and I might decide to get through those tomorrow. I might decide to do a workout stream, which I haven't done all week, which really fucking probably should do if I want to like stay healthy and keep active. Shouldn't get out of routine with that, honestly, despite a film festival going on. So we'll see. I might be on tomorrow. I might be able to get some Lion King editing done tomorrow. You never know. I'll have to see what the day is feeling like. But either way, I'll be working on something. Anyway, I think I'm gonna raid somebody. All right, we're going to raid Sickab. Bye, everybody. Love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out.